Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our monthly appreciation and ancestor service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God and Meishu Sama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. Let us begin our monthly service with the presentation of offerings to God. Please pray along silently while we have the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the Miyoko Association to celebrate our monthly appreciation and ancestral. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise, appreciation for protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us the strength and wisdom to practice these year's guiding lines in our everyday life, based on the glorious and extraordinary teachings and attitudes of Meishu Sama. Let us each develop within ourselves a faith that is both wavering and altruistic. We aspire to fulfill our missions by wholeheartedly dedicating ourselves to the salvation of humanity and the construction of paradise on earth. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so we become effective instruments of your divine light to bring happiness to everyone around us. May the new age of happiness, everlasting peace, love, goodwill, and understanding prevail soon become a reality.
Let us take this moment to pray along silently for the departed souls of all ancestors, while specifically honoring the ancestors of members of our Miroku Association who have been enshrined at the sacred grounds, the anniversary of their passing being in the month of October.
Honoring the ancestors for the month of October, Matsuyo Yamaguchi, Ayumi Andrade Fergus, Barry Reinhoff, Hildegard Ana Oberman, Francisco Pérez, Isabel Roy G. Smith, Gilson Zapalon, Dulce Moreira Galvão, Dana Kapowski, Paul Baxter Lee, Albert G. Ossi, Robert C. Kyotsushi, Anelito, Suzu Okagawa, Alberta Cherney, Michi Totoki, Isla Strader, Rapon Podun, Lok Apibatanan Galpo, Antônio Vieira Machado, Armando Pitinini, Pascal Duomole, Diane Bennett, Joaquim Barbosa Castro, Calixto Morante More, Derlin, Jerry King, Renato de Moura Ferreira, Rosa Maria Rocha Coelho, Juvenina Apolinária, e Aurélio.
Please stand and join us for the Amatsu no Rito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer and prayer for ancestors.
Ka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu.
Amuro ni kamuro ni no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuri sanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himoka no tachi hana no. Odono akirara ni isogi hara itamo toki ni narimaseru arai dono orami tachi oromoro no makakoto tsuri harero Arai tamare kiyome tamare tomaro sukoto no yoshio amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuji komando mimi kuritate Ikoshine seto kashikomi momaosu.
Miroku o mikami
Namori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami namori tamae saki hae tamae.
Oshie miyoya nushi no kami
Namori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie Mioya Nushino Kami Mamori Tamai Saki Hari Tamai.
Amagara
Tamachi Hari Mase. Amagara Tamachi Hari Mase.
Great God of light, creator and giver of all life. In
accordance with your divine will. Your radiant shining ever awaken the dawn of the glorious day of light, created by all humanity. We thank you for the privilege of having and receiving. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified. Believe your truth given us by these come. May us serve and make us give peace from so that we may serve you and all those with whom we love you. May paradise on earth be with us. Peace and prosperity of being our lives. Great God of life, bless and protect. Radiate our souls with your divine light. So that we may truly become instruments of your.
great God of light, bless and protect the souls of our loved ones whose journey here on earth is over. And as they continue on with God in circling your life, may they be raised to ever find their lives in the place of true eternal bliss. Great God of light, bless and protect us all. Radiate our souls with your light, so that we may truly become instruments of your.
Please be seated. We will now receive Group Jure. Jury is now concluded. Let us listen to one of Meishu Sama's teachings.
Climate and weather. So many people are accustomed to accepting scientific explanations of all natural phenomena that it may not be easy to convince them of the truth. However, as with other truths, the spiritual explanation of climate and weather was revealed to me by God. So I am presenting it to you and want you to accept it as true. To state it simply, the extreme changes of climate and weather are all man-made. Besides the various conditions and events in our physical world which we are aware of through our five senses, there may be phenomena in the invisible spiritual realm that affect the physical world. The year is divided into 4 seasons, with the climate varying from the cold of winter to the heat of summer and changing in extent according to location. This is a natural occurrence, so the change of season should come smoothly and easily according to the transition of time. Sometimes, though, there is an extreme change of temperature. This is caused by human thoughts, which are reflected in the spiritual realm. For instance, if the majority of the people in an area entertain righteous and peaceful thoughts, the climate will be mild and normal. But if a large percentage become extreme in their thinking and their attitudes lack the warmth of love, they reflect on the weather, making it colder than it would naturally be for that particular season. On the other hand, if the majority of people in an area become excited and emotionally unbalanced, the weather tends to become hotter than it should be. Also, if many people hold harmful thoughts, becoming complaining, discontented, resentful, or give way to despair, this will be reflected in the spiritual realm and will produce a murky atmosphere in the physical world. Human speech also has great influence on climate and weather. Words that express negativity, lies, complaints, grumbling, abuses, etc., form clouds in the spiritual realm. I once had a friend who could see the spiritual vibrations of words. He said that when loving words were spoken, he could see a bright, whitish light coming from the speaker's mouth. When hateful words were uttered, he could see something that looked like a black soot being emitted. This soot-like substance adds clouds to the spiritual realm. When they increase to a certain point, purification automatically occurs and disperses the clouds. This is a law of nature. The natural purification of a large area may come in one of several forms. Heavy rains, typhoons, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, and fires are all forms of purification. They are the means nature employs to cleanse the physical world, blowing or washing away the spiritual clouds from the world, just like we sweep away dust and dirt from inside our homes. By observing this behavior of nature, we can understand how the purification process occurs within the human body. The same natural laws apply throughout creation. When we reach an understanding of these laws, we realize that we have to be careful of our thoughts and words, and we begin to comprehend the wonders of nature and the wisdom of God, who governs it through God's immutable, self-regulatory law.
We would like to invite Reverend Michael Charney to share a faith experience.
Good morning. This morning I have the opportunity to share with you the faith experience of the Ahero Joy Center in Minas Gerais. Her name is Jennifer Carolina Ramos André. Jennifer and her husband, members, got married in 2016. The greatest mutual desire. After becoming pregnant for the first time, she unfortunately experienced a miscarriage. Soon thereafter, she and her husband underwent a series of tests. While hers did not show any abnormalities, her husband's test revealed that only 5% of his sperm was normal, thus reducing their chances of natural conception. The doctor informed them that successful conception would likely require artificial insemination. Upon hearing this, Jennifer felt frustrated and deeply saddened. In March of 2018, when speaking with her minister, she was advised to channel an hour and a half of Joy daily to her husband. Jennifer also was encouraged to offer daily donations, gratitude, read Meishu-sama's teachings, as well as commit to giving service every Saturday morning. She embraced these practices with deep sincerity, consciously dedicating herself to the soul and helping others. And 2 months later, a subsequent examination revealed that the percentage of normal sperm had increased to 12%, although 30% represented more ideal markers. Jennifer became pregnant again in August 2018, just 5 months after having begun practicing the advice given to her in the ministry. However, unfortunately, she experienced a miscarriage in the 6 weeks of this pregnancy. Fascinatingly, 1 month later, she became pregnant for the third time. And with this pregnancy, she experienced yet another miscarriage. Despite having 3 failed pregnancies and overcome the feelings of being incapable of giving birth to a child, struggling to understand why, and persevered in her dedication to practice of faith, supported by the sincere guidance of her minister. In February of 2019, when she noticed a delay in her menstrual cycle, she took a home pregnancy test. She was pregnant. For this, she experienced a mixture of both joy and anxiety due to her fear of another loss. She informed her minister, who advised her to make a special donation of gratitude, maintain her dedications, and to receive and channel 10 Jo Rays daily. Pregnancy proceeded normally. However, at 36 weeks, an ultrasound revealed that the baby's weight was significantly below the normal range. The doctor expressed concern that more severe problems may come to affect the baby's health. On September 27th, 2019, she underwent an emergency cesarean section. Son was born with very, very low birth weight and had to be hospitalized. The delicate nature of the situation, only limited visitation rights were allowed. However, the baby received 6 to 7 hours of Jo Ray daily between the husband and minister. 17 days later, he was discharged from the hospital with his health fully intact. Today, her son is 3 years old. Through this arduous and difficult purification, Jennifer and her husband's faith in Jo Ray and Meishu-sama greatly deepened. Commitment is to provide Jo Ray and spread our faith to as many people as possible, leading them to the path of salvation.
We will now have greetings from Reverend Romilson Cândido.
Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Good. Very happy to see you all here again. And all those online also, welcome. And I'm very happy to have you all here. What a beautiful faith experience Michael shared with us. These faith experiences, many of them coming from Brazil, and I really appreciate that opportunity we have to share with all of you. It's beautiful, very nice. And it's all about practicing faith, continuing and don't give up. That showed us that as you continue to really believe, but not just believing, but doing something, receiving, giving joy, helping others, being someone altruistic enough so that God will always protect and help those who are really helping humanity. So that experience is so beautiful. And as I told you before, all of you, we are beginning to prepare to collect more and more faith experiences, but this time from here, from the United States of America, faith experience from you. Because I know many of you have your story to tell, have your experience to share with the world. As you heard many times, Brother Marco Negrão, he shared experience from Portugal, from Europe, from Africa, from Brazil, many of them. And we would like to have those experiences from America also shared in other countries. So that's why we are preparing this team. And pretty soon you will be receiving phone calls and asking, would you like to be interviewed and share your story? Yeah? So how about that? Can you do that?
Yes.
Can you do that? You can do that. Yes, we can. We can do that. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna have our own book of faith experiences, so that we can really have that impacting the whole. I'm very glad to have that. I'm very also happy to see many members from Atlanta, Georgia, those members from Connecticut, from New Jersey, and those members from Washington, D.C. always getting together in meetings. Those always meet us here online, and continue having joy gatherings. So that's the main purpose. Let's continue sharing the light of joy, not just to share the light of joy, but share Meishu's philosophy to the world. All these people from Sengetsu, Ikebana, always sharing and having more and more new students. As a matter of fact, today we have Ikebana classes. So we encourage you to continue having that so that we can continue growing and expanding. Okay? I really think that we are very lucky to be here. As I said many times before, there was a service that I said how lucky I am. How lucky we are, because that comes from H.S. poem when he says, God gave me a life, precious life, how lucky I am. I would like you to remember that, how lucky you are just to be alive, to be here, to experience these 4 seasons in this New York State, or the north of Brazil. I say this because I was for 25 years living in Florida, and I only saw one weather. And over here, I could see the changes. It's amazing. Can you believe? Can you imagine? Now it's autumn. When you see the autumn, the changes of the leaves changing colors, and you go to spring and you see the flowers blooming. You go to the winter, you see snow. Remember, my daughters never seen snow before. When they came and they saw snow, they loved it. Well, now they're not kind of like, snow again. I understand that. But then it comes the summer, you have this beautiful sun shining, and you can go to the beach and enjoy. How lucky we are. So that's why I always tell you to say to yourself, how lucky I am. And you say it with me right now, how lucky I am. So important to bring that to the spiritual realm. So today, I'm very happy. It's our ancestral service. We pray for our ancestors we acknowledge the day of passing during the month of October. And usually, Brother Marco Negrão is not in here with us, but today he's here with us, bringing a very special guest. A very special guest from Brazil. He's one of the directors of our organization in the Sacred Grounds. Very, very dedicated reverend. And even though he dedicates his life in Brazil, he just came from Japan, so he still has this time changing, still readjusting. This Reverend Edson Matsui is here with us. Reverend Edson Matsui, could you please? And we cannot forget to say, Reverend Marco Negrão, please. So we'd like to thank you all very much, and Reverend Marco Negrão, could you please come down? Sure. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me for this service. It's putting me to work. I normally don't come to the third week. It's a great honor to have Reverend Matsui amongst us. Reverend Matsui, I've been knowing him for 40 years. Reverend Matsui, in fact, I was asked before the service started today, why did he have a red ribbon here on his sash of purification, right? Mine is dark green. His is red. Why is that, right? Because he's a senior minister. He's an executive director in the church of Brazil, like Reverend Rubinson announced. So that means more fire. So I hope you haven't felt that during the Juarez, more fire. And his initials, Edson Matsui, is EM. But the EM doesn't stand for effective microorganisms, okay? In my mind, in my heart, I believe that these initials, EM, signifies effective missionary. Reverend Matsui, he had a professional experience for almost 4 years in project and management. So I think Meishu Sama saw this potential, this professional potential. He said, I want this person in my team. Because since his training period, which we trained together in Brazil, we went to Japan together, and throughout the years, through the many different jury centers and regional centers that he served on, he had applied this experience in project and management for the benefit of the divine work. So I think now that he's in this executive position in Brazil is a great asset for the Jorei movement, not just in Brazil, for the whole world. I'm not like trying to brag or to boast him or to flatter kind of thing, but he has this brilliant mind. And with this skill that he had, and with Meishu Sama's teachings, he's helping the Jorei movement to really think ahead, think about the future. And to think about the future needs planning, needs organizing. So we have Delva here amongst us. We have Vivian in New Jersey, who is attending the service online. Many people that went through training, advanced training for youth members, for members, and these advanced courses. He is the main force behind all this organized by age, by age groups. And through that, so many brilliant missionaries came to exist. So I have a great respect for him because of his life experience, for his missionary experience. Always saw him as an older brother to get inspiration from. When in our first year of training, for instance, all the trainees were given the opportunity to take Ikebana Sangetsu classes on the basic level. And he said, I want that. We are giving the opportunity, right? I want that. So when I saw, oh, he wants that, I want that too. And in fact, just the two of us took the course. The others didn't think that was necessary for them. They were not interested. But so that's this kind of a reference he's for me. He's a person of the finest taste in every aspect of his life. Or if you ever visit a center that he has been in charge of, you would be impressed by the beauty, his sense of aesthetics, of style, of beauty. So, and that's great for the members, great for the communities, because by visiting these places, they feel in awe, they feel the light that the beauty can bring. So that's my introduction about him, my respect for him. And of course, he's on a short visit, but I hope that you can enjoy this short presence of him, because he's the guy. So now I would like to invite Reverend Matsui, so he has some experience to share. Please, Reverend Matsui.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations for today's service. Bom, primeiramente gostaria de agradecer a expressão a permissão de estar aqui.
I'd like to first express my gratitude to God and wisdom for the permission of being here,
de estar aqui participando no culto de outubro, juntamente com os senhores aqui.
being participating in this October monthly service, together with all of you.
E quando o Marco Legal estava falando, a Amanda estava traduzindo para mim,
While I was sharing my greetings, Amanda Negrão Badaró was translating to Reverend Mansur.
eu não estava entendendo bem, mas assim, dá um desconto de uns 50% do que ele falou, na verdade.
He was not understanding too well what was being said, but so even reduced by 50% of what I told about.
Obrigado, né? Meu Marco Legrão, Wilson, por essa oportunidade também.
Thank you, Marco Romilson, for the opportunity.
Bom, o Marco Legrão pediu para que eu compartilhasse aqui com todos os senhores, né? O início do Jorei, como é que eu conheci o Jorei, né? Isso mesmo, né?
I have asked Reverend Matsui to share his initial Jorei life, how everything started.
Na verdade, isso ocorreu, já até esqueci o tempo correto, exato, mas em torno de uns 55 anos atrás.
55 years ago, 55 years ago, that's when the Jorei entered his life.
Na época, meu pai, ele estava purificando de uma doença grave, né, que é artrite reumatoide.
his father was suffering from a rheumatoid arthritis, severe illness.
Vocês todos sabem, na verdade, essa purificação, ele incha, né, juntas, né, incham e também começa a deformar. Então, o dedo, que muitas vezes a gente não, natural vai fazer esse movimento, ele acaba indo para trás e entortando, né, tanto as mãos como os pés.
So this kind of purification causes the swollenness and the joints, for instance, of the fingers of his father, creates a condition where all the fingers start bending backwards. So affect both hands and feet.
E durante 5 anos ele vinha purificando ao ponto de ser desenganado, né, pelos médicos, porque já tinha feito tratamentos, diversos tratamentos, homeopatia, massagista, curandeiro, passou de tudo.
So for 5 years, so he was getting treatments, but eventually was pronounced hopeless by the doctor. It's a hopeless case. So then his father tried everything possible, all kinds of therapies and healing techniques and almost witchcraft, whatever was available, he sought for some kind of cure.
E nesse período de 5 anos, quer dizer, nesse final, né, de 5 anos, né, antes de conhecer o Jorei, ele já não conseguia mais andar, porque o fato de colocar a sola do pé no chão doía demais, ele não conseguia ficar de pé, ele ficava acamado direto.
Antes de conhecer.
Não, nesse 5º ano de purificação.
So in this 5th year of purification, so he could no longer remain standing. So he had to be bedridden all the time because of how it affected his feet.
E justamente nesse período que ele estava acamado, o vizinho de casa, sabendo dessa purificação, veio oferecer o Jorei.
So during this period that he was bedridden, a neighbor, next door neighbor, knowing that his father was purified, offered Jorei to him.
Enfim, mas depois de tanto tratamento, né, medicamentos, nada melhorava, só acabou piorando. E aí, quando esse vizinho veio oferecer o Jorei, na verdade, meus pais receberam por educação, né, porque tinham feito tanto tratamento. Ele falou assim, o Jorei é uma oração assim, com as mãos, né? Se tudo que ele tinha feito de tratamento não surtiu efeito, ele falou, mas será que isso aqui, apenas levantar a mão, né, vai ajudar?
So his father received this neighbor more as a matter of consideration. Because then when the member started giving his father Jorei, his father felt, well, after all the medications, all the treatments, nothing resolved, and this person is just raising their hand and saying that he's going to pray. What good that I will do? But, to be considered, accept the neighbor's visit.
E esse vizinho, todos os dias, ele vinha, 1 hora de Jorei, todos os dias. Sábado, domingo, feriado, se estivesse chovendo, lá não levava, né? Então, todo dia ele estava lá. Todo dia, sem falta.
So this member came every day, even holidays, to give Jorei to his father for 1 hour, every single day.
E durante todo esse período de ensino Jorei, o que foi acontecer? Primeiro mês, né, já não tomava mais nada, porque isso tinha mais efeito. Então, o Jorei, no primeiro mês, já começou aliviar um pouco as dores, né, porque as dores eram muito fortes. E aí foi no terceiro mês, sem nenhum dia, sem faltar um dia de Jorei, 1 hora por dia, já começou a desinchar, né, juntas, e também as dores começaram a amenizar.
So after 1 month, his father received Joy every day for 1 hour. So the first effect was that the pain began to decrease. And then continue, and then for 3 months, every day, 1 hour of Joy. So the immediate result is that the swollenness started decreasing. Also pain subsiding. You know, for someone that was hopeless, right? No medication and whatnot.
E, além disso, começou já a andar devagar. Pouco a pouco, já colocava o pé no chão e tal. E foi mais 3 meses de Jorei, 1 hora por dia. Então, no 6º mês, já estava totalmente desinchado. Os dedos que estavam tortos, né, voltaram à normalidade. E os pés também, os dedos dos pés, enfim. E ele começou a ter uma vida normal a partir daí.
So after the 3rd month, the swollenness began to decrease. So he started gradually to walk, start walking. So it was a gradual process. And then after 6 months, still every day receiving Jorei from this neighbor, 1 hour every day. After 6 months, that's when his life began to go back to normalcy.
Isso de forma bem resumida, né? Então, em 6 meses ele ganhou essa graça, né? Esse milagre, vamos chamar assim. Né? E ele fez questão de ir até a igreja andando para poder agradecer ali em frente ao altar. Uns 2 quilômetros.
So since he had this recovery after 6 months, so his father made sure that he wanted to visit the Jorei Center to express his gratitude. And he did so also by walking. It was approximately 2 kilometers, maybe 1 mile or so. Walk to express gratitude.
Juntamente esse mencionado, né, acompanhando, eu também fui junto, eu era pequenininho, né? E chegando lá na igreja, esse missionário apresentou o altar, né, que pimenta, né? E logo em seguida eu vi ele indo lá na recepção, pegou um envelope de gratidão, ninguém tinha orientado ele, né? E lembro que ele tirou do bolso assim, envelope, mas tinha mais ou menos isso aqui de cédula, que na época não tinha, né, o cartão de débito ou transferência, né?
So upon going to the center, so without anyone telling him to do that, so he got an envelope from the reception desk and took from his pocket a stack of bills, of money, of cash, to offer as gratitude.
Depois fiquei sabendo, né, que a minha mãe tinha falado depois, porque ele fez mais ou menos uma somatória desses 5 anos que ele estava fazendo tratamento, que ele gastou, né, tratamentos, medicamentos, massagista, não sei o quê, né? Ele fez mais ou menos esse cálculo e foi fazer o donativo. Só que não entrava, né? Não entrava, mais ou menos igual aquela caixa, não entrava. Então colocou em vários envelopes para poder colocar a gratidão.
So he heard this from his mother, because his father, so he assessed, okay, in 5 years, I spent this much with medication, this much with that treatment, this much with that healer and whatnot. So he summed all of that to express his gratitude for his miracle with Jorei. What happened? So the stack of bills that he offered was so high, it wouldn't fit in the slot of the donation box. So he had to divide that in several envelopes in order to put it.
E isso ninguém tinha orientado, é uma coisa que ele, né, a natureza dele. E aí foi apresentar para o reverendo responsável da igreja, no qual relatou, ele já estava sabendo de todo esse acompanhamento, né? E esse reverendo perguntou para meu pai, né, o senhor acredita que foi o Jorei que salvou o senhor?
And I forgot to translate that part, that Reverend Matsui, as a child, was accompanying his father. So he was, his father was introduced to the Reverend in charge of the church, the center. So Reverend asked his father, do you believe there was Jorei that saved you?
Ele falou, obviamente, né? É uma coisa muito clara que aconteceu com ele, né? E ele disse assim para o reverendo, né? Olha como é que eu estou, né? Então, eu vim aqui agradecer. Né? E aí o reverendo falou assim, mas o senhor ainda não está totalmente curado. Ele falou, não, eu estou bem, né? Só esticar as pernas, né? Fazer todo esse movimento e tal, né? O reverendo, não, mas o senhor ainda não está bem.
So when the Reverend asked, do you believe that the Jorei had produced? Yeah, of course. Look at me. I can move my arms, I can move my legs. But the Reverend said, you are not totally cured yet. Said, how come? Yeah, you are not totally cured yet.
Aí meu pai pergunta, fez a pergunta para o reverendo, precisa dar mais donativo?
So his father, so what's the matter? Do I need to donate more money? Is that the point?
O reverendo falou, não, isso acho que já fez, né? Isso não é isso. Na verdade, assim, ele já deu essa primeira orientação para ele. Né? Para o senhor ficar 100%, assim, fala, curado, né? Enfim, o senhor precisa fazer o que esse seu vizinho fez para o senhor durante esse período todo, fazer isso para outras pessoas também, ministrar o Jorei para outras pessoas.
So when I asked, oh, do I need to make more donations? The Reverend said, no, that's not the point. In order to be totally cured, you need to do for others what your neighbor did for you.
Aí ele falou assim, meu pai, né? Puxa, mas eu tenho outra religião. Eu sou budista e ele auxiliava o monge budista. Quando o monge não estava, ele que fazia os cultos, né? Lá na igreja budista.
But his father said, well, I belong to another religion. I'm a Buddhist. In fact, his father was the monk assistant. When the monk was not available for their rituals, was his father who was performing the ceremonials.
Aí esse reverendo falou assim, não, só não precisa desligar. Fica lá, continua. Continua lá, dedicando, mas assim, o Jorei, o senhor recebeu a milagre com o Jorei. Então, é retribuir com o Jorei, porque o Deus é único, né? E aí ele fez, né, o curso, enfim, minha mãe recebeu o reencarne.
The Reverend said, no, you don't need to change you can continue being a Buddhist. That's no problem. But was Jorei that cured you? And that's why you need to repay by helping others with Jorei, because the God is the same.
E aí ele fez o curso, recebeu o reencarne, e ele começou a ministrar Jorei, visitando as pessoas, membros frequentadores também, primeira vez, né? Que estavam purificando da mesma forma dele. Então, é impressionante, assim, eu lembro, né, que era um atrás do outro, falando, não, o senhor pode ministrar o Juliano, parente, um amigo meu aqui, tal, com o mesmo problema também de reumatismo. E ele foi fazendo toda essa assistência, né? E, obviamente, o dele era mais complicado, né? Os casos que ele acompanhou, assim, 3 meses ministrando Jurei, né? Mas todos os dias também, sem falta ali, muito se recuperaram, né?
So his father and mother then took the membership course, became a member, both became members. So his father began giving Jorei to all people that had the same conditions as his, like this rheumatoid arthritis. The cases that his father assisted were not as severe as his own. So in many cases, 3 months, by his father also did the same, giving Jorei every day. So many cases. So while all people, amongst members, non-members, visitors, because people began to tell, oh, I also know one person that has rheumatoid arthritis. Could you give Jorei to that person? Yes. So he would do that.
E
Tradutor e traidor.
tradutor aqui tá bom. E aí, várias pessoas ele encaminhou, né? Na verdade, assim, o número de pessoas que ele deu assistência, né, e com o Jorei que ele foi ministrando, a convicção que ele ganhou foi uma coisa muito forte, né? Então, na época que ele estava purificando, ele tinha todos uns 50 anos de idade. Ele teve uma sobrevida de uns 40 anos. Ele faleceu com 89 anos, né? Nunca teve mais nada.
So by giving Jorei assistance to so many people, he developed this strong conviction in Jorei. And what happened when he had his purification, he was 50 years old. So he received this extra life for almost another 50 years. He passed away with the age of 89, or 40 years almost. So that was his life experience.
Então, realmente, né, ali foi uma base, né, da minha vivência no tocante ao efeito, né, a força do Jorei, né? E depois daí, quando completei 12 anos de idade, recebi o Ricari, né? Então, depois daí, lógico, eu tive que buscar também a minha prática, né, experiência, para ter essa convicção do Jorei, né? E aí entra outra fase, que em outro momento eu falo, né, quando nós começamos a fazer o pré-seminário, que eu não queria entrar na carreira, né, nunca pensei. E aí entra essa outra fase que é outro milagre, né? Poxa, ter encontrado aqui com o Pedro Marco Negrão, né? Não seja que ele que me deu uma empurrada, né?
So with this conviction of my father, he's saying, right, that they inspired him. And then he became a Jorei member at the age of 12. At the age of 12, he received the sacred focal point. And then when we both met, so before the training period, that he never thought of himself of becoming a minister. He said that maybe I inspired him. That's his saying, right? Maybe it was the other way around.
Mas é isso, resumindo, eu acho que essa experiência com o Jorei é que nos deixa, né, mais convictos, com o pé bem no chão, não é? Que realmente a força de Deus mostrando é fantástica, né? O Jorei não existe nada igual. Então, desejo aqui, vamos já resumidamente encerrando, né? Mas eu desejo aqui a todos, né, que todos possam realmente cumprir suas missões aqui e que possam fazer uma grande expansão, com novos elementos que possam levar através do Jorei, né, esse despertar para muitas pessoas que ainda não vivenciaram essa luz do Jorei. Muito obrigado e boa missão a todos. Obrigado.
Well, again, this conviction that carried his mission. Then he had to acquire his own conviction throughout the years. Was his father's conviction, right, that made him become aware, but then through the many years then he needed to have many of these experiences, because with these convictions, he said, then we have our feet are solidly planted on the ground. So we become humble enough to recognize that this power comes from God and makes you someone. That's the point of us helping others through Jorei and gaining our own conviction. So he's wishing great success, great success and fulfillment of our ambitions, and so that we can have a great expansion of Jorei throughout North America. Thank you very much.
Once again, I'd like to thank you very much. It was an honor to have you here, Reverend Edson Matsui. Thank you very much. Did you enjoy it? Nice. And thank you very much for being here. And we hope to have you here more and more time. Esperamos sua visita mais vezes aqui. Thank you very much, Reverend Marco Negrão. Thank you very much. And all of you, thank you for your dedication. And let's continue growing and doing more and more, okay? Thank you very much.
This concludes our service today. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a blessed day.